Hello, and welcome to A Friend Like Me podcast. I am your host, Shariel, and I started this podcast because everybody needs a friend like me. Today's main topic is while you're hating, I'm working. But before we get into the main topic, I have my first segment, which is called What I've Noticed. What I've noticed is that when you're driving on the highway and it's kind of congested in your lane and the other lanes are moving, when you merge into the lanes that are moving faster, that lane automatically gets slow. And it's like, so this whole time, all these cars are passing me by. I'm basically bumper to bumper. As soon as I merge over, now this lane is slow and the lane I left is moving fast. What are the odds? Come on. And I can't be the only person this happens to. I know it. So let's get into the main topic, which is while you're hating, I'm working. I had to do this topic, which is crazy because I had a whole nother topic planned. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of hate. I've been seeing a lot of people talking down on what people are trying to do, which is hate to me. And I usually don't address quote unquote haters, but this behavior and this mentality has to be addressed because it's corny, it's lame, it's counterproductive to live somewhere and hate on the people in your state. It's counterproductive and dumb to hate on people that look like you, that are the same race as you, that are trying to do what you're trying to do. Why would you hate instead of encourage people? And I have to talk about this because not only have I been hated on heavily, and I don't talk about it because it doesn't bother me anymore, but it used to. It wouldn't get me mad, but it would be annoying. And I would always wonder why. Like, why are people hating on me when I mind my business? Why are people doing this? Why are people doing that? And it has nothing to do with the person being hated on. It really has to do with the hater. I've never in my life met somebody who was happy with themselves and happy with their life and hear them talk down on other people or what other people are trying to do. People that talk down and hate on other people are not happy with themselves and they're not happy with their lives. And just to break down what a hater is, because people kind of get it confused, a hater is not somebody that's critiquing something, because when you critique it, you just want it to be better. A hater is not somebody that doubts you, because we can get that confused too. Just because somebody doubts you, that doesn't mean they're hating on you. It just means they don't believe that you can do what you're trying to do. That has nothing to do with hate, because hate to me is in the heart. Doubt is in the mind. So if someone's doubting you, they just can't picture you doing what you're trying to do or being who you're trying to be, versus somebody who has hate in their heart. They just don't want you to get it. That's two different things, right? And I made a list because I'm not going to lie, I'm personally from Connecticut, and I've been seeing a lot of people verbally subbing people and even making hate pages about people in their craft. And it's like, you have way too much time on your hands. Who does that? Goes on somebody's Instagram, screenshots pictures of them, posts it in their video, and then talks bad about them. And the funny thing to me is, you may not like what they're doing, but plenty of other people are. That's why they have support. Somebody likes it, you don't, but somebody does. So let's break down what a hater is. I have a list of 7 things. And I had to do this because a lot of people don't know they're haters, because people aren't self-aware and not even trying to be funny. A lot of people are raised by haters. Their mom is a hater, their dad's a hater, and they had you. Or you have your auntie's a hater. There's even haters in the church. There's haters everywhere. And when you grow up in an environment full of haters, it's actually a common behavior and mentality. So you don't even know you're a hater half the time. So my first thing of signs you might be a hater is being a ghost follower. If you don't know what that is, that's when, say, somebody on social media is trying to do music, they're trying to do fashion, they are a doctor, a medical doctor, whatever, and they show their practice and their day-to-day. Whatever you do, you're trying to get more fit, you're trying to eat healthier, and you're just basically being positive on social media, and you'll have these people follow you, you'll have people watch you and know what you're doing. They're keeping up with everything you do, but they don't support you. And it's like, why do you follow me if you're not going to like anything I do, or you're just going to view it? That's weirdo behavior to me, and that's being a hater to me. It's like they know you're good at what you're doing or you're progressing, but they don't want to support it. And you don't have to, but it's like, why follow me then? Unfollow me. That's how I really feel about it. Unfollow me. Because why are you watching everything I do and just quiet about it? That's weird. The second one is very prevalent in my life, and I don't talk about this often, but it's somebody that copies everything you do and then acts like they thought of it. Mental illness, I really think so. I think being a hater is a mental illness. I'm not even joking. There's a lot of people that, and this is the difference too, right? Everybody's not copying you necessarily. Some people are inspired by you. And some people admire you. So they'll kind of copy what you do, but it's really encouraging them to do something they might have been too afraid to do, like start a fitness journey or start sewing or whatever you do. I'm just naming stuff that I've seen people juicing, stuff that people have basically done after me that they definitely didn't do at all before I started showing that I did it. So I recognize that's not always somebody being a hater, but they're inspired by you. But I'm talking about a hater in this instance where somebody sees you do something, it's monkey see, monkey do. I'm putting out this type of content on my page and then you start doing it, or I show this hobby that I like and now you start doing it, or I have these pair of sneakers, you buy them, I dress like this, now you're trying to dress like me. It's so ridiculous to just not give people credit when they inspire you. If you are copying everything somebody's doing and then acting like you're doing it, I'm going to use this word a lot in this video. You're weird. It's weird to me. Why are you being weird to me? Like they say, be original. And if somebody inspires you that much, maybe you should DM them or tell them in person, like, yo, you're really dope. I like what you do. Instead of just snooping on their page and copying what they do. That's weird. And it's annoying because this is the type of stuff I go through, but I don't vocalize it because it doesn't bother me anymore, like I said. But it's just the root of it is what's cautionary. Why are you copying everything I do and then acting like it's you? You're trying to be me. But then you're too jealous or too prideful to give me credit, the credit I deserve, because you're basically my mini-me at this point. People need to stop doing that. If somebody inspires you, tell them. If you admire somebody, tell them. If somebody, like, their life encourages you, tell them. And this is why we did that podcast episode that I did with Meek, Show Love. Because you just don't want to show love, and that makes you a hater. That's what it is. When you copy somebody to the T, like you don't even make it your own, you're a hater. And that's what it is. The third sign that you might be a hater, or someone's hating on you, you know what I mean? And this doesn't have to do with like if you have a talent or anything. This is just in life. We have coworkers, even people you're in a relationship with can hate on you, whether you believe it or not. A lot of people are sleeping with the enemy, literally. But the third thing is you do one small thing to them and it doesn't have to be intentional, and then they're bad-mouthing you. The thing is, people don't realize a lot of people like to be close to you to know what you're doing. They like to monitor you, but they don't like you. They just want to know your every move, and they feel a way about you in their heart. So once you disappoint them or do one wrong thing to them, then they're bad-mouthing you. And that's how they felt the whole time, because they've been hating on you. They admire you so much and they want to be like you so much that they couldn't stay away from you. So it's a weird thing. Envy is a weird thing. They hate and love you at the same time. And that's literally a Drake line. But you have to be aware of that if you do one wrong thing to people, because we're all not perfect. So if I do something to you, it wasn't intentional. Most of the time, no. I'm trying to be a good person. But all of a sudden, like, you want to spaz on me, you say hurtful things or like messed up things about me, you always felt that way about me. And the funny thing is, I've seen this with myself and somebody that is a lash tech. She's really good at what she does. And this girl, because she told me this story, this girl was a client of hers for a long time, but she wouldn't book through her website. She would just text her last minute and get an appointment. The problem with that is that she started getting so busy that you need to book it online so that it's organized and you get that text message and, you know, all the things that come with that. So when the lash tech told the girl, oh, I can't have you keep texting me like this because it's not working with my schedule anymore, I'm too busy, what does the girl do? She teams up with her other friend and badmouths her and says, oh, she don't even know what she's doing when it comes to this girl doing lashes. If she doesn't know what she's doing, then why would you ever get your lashes done by her? You're just mad because she's good at what she does, and she just asks you politely to follow to follow the procedures everybody else does. But because you already felt a way about her and you can't find anybody better than her, you want to talk bad about her. So the thing is, the girl started getting her lashes done by somebody else. But now all of a sudden, she's starting to like all the posts that my friend who's a lash tech, she's liking all her posts again because she wants to be a client. So that's what I'm saying with this weirdo love-hate thing, the envy. It's like people will really hate that it's you. They don't like that you're good at what you do. They don't like, it could be anybody else in the world doing what you do and have the talent you have, but because it's you, they'll never support you and they don't like it because you being great leaves them with no excuse. When you grow up with people, when people know you and you go after things they're too afraid to do, or you go after things they felt was impossible and then you start doing it, that now eliminates their excuse that it's not possible. So every time they see you, you're a mirror to them, showing them how they're not doing what they could be doing, and that makes them hate you because you're going after it and they're not, which is crazy because at the end of the day, that's a you problem. If you want to be great, if you want to go after what you want in life, you have to do it. You have to change yourself. If you're not happy with yourself, you need to make those changes in your life to make you love yourself. Hating on people that are like thriving, it does nothing for you and it's a waste of energy. I don't understand people like that. I really don't. A fourth sign that you might be a hater or someone might be hating on you is the person that's getting hated on is always the topic of conversation in your friend group or in that person's friend group. They're always talking about you. As people, we talk about each other. And some people gossip more than others. And some people just discuss what people are doing. And it's like, man, they're either doing great, I'm happy for them, or I wish they were doing better. But if every time you're with your friends, you're talking about the same person or the same people, you're a hater because why don't you have anything better to talk about? Do you not have any ventures? Are you not growing? Are you not reading books? Are you not, getting a raise at your job, getting a promotion? Why are these people or this person always in your mouth? That's because you're hating on them and you actually need to check yourself and see why. Why are you hating on them? Why are you critiquing them so much? Why is their name always being brought up? Because now it's becoming an obsession. A lot of people don't even realize they're obsessed with people and they act like it's normal and it's not. Get a grip and focus on yourself. You should not be talking about the same people all day. What are you really doing? This has to stop. The fifth way you may be a hater or somebody's hating on you is you feel a way about somebody for no reason. Or in reversal, if you're being hated on, somebody feels a way about you for no reason. This is one of the biggest things that I've dealt with. People not liking me for no reason or acting funny around me or towards me for no reason. When I tell you, and it's always the people that mind their business. It's always the people that stay out the way. It's always the people that are just working hard. And that's why it used to bother me, right? Because I'm thinking, okay, I literally, like all the things I just said, I stay out the way, I mind my business, I just work hard, I work at what I want to do every day, and I'm putting all my time, energy, and money into this. And for you to not like me because of whatever reason, because half the time it's for no reason, it would make me annoyed. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? But then you have to think it's not you, it's them. And there's nothing you can do to make somebody like you or not dislike you. Because of course, I don't care if you like me or not. People are wishy-washy. One day they like you, one day they don't. But it's like, if people are just like cordial and, even kill about you, like they don't feel a way or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if someone doesn't dislike you or, like you, that's usually where it should be, because you have no reason to dislike me. And that's where I talked about, and that's what I'm talking about with like the envy thing. I remember this one person, they even bought a product from me, like a piece of clothing, and they would wear it all the time and they would never tag me. I would even like see them around and they'll be wearing it, but they just didn't like me. And it was so funny. It's like, you don't like me so bad, but you can't help but wear my clothes every time I see you. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? It's insane. People will feel a way about you for no reason. And for the people that are getting hated on, don't take it personal and don't let it get you in your feelings and don't let it change your heart. A lot of times when people like treat us weird or act funny, we want to start giving them that same energy back. Don't even do it. Keep being cordial, keep being kind, and keep staying out the way and don't badmouth them because they have an internal issue that is unresolved, and just feel bad for them. People like that are in a mental prison. The sixth way you're a hater or you're being hated on is when you see somebody as competition when you shouldn't, or when somebody sees you as competition as a person getting hated on. When somebody sees you as competition, people start hating on you. And it's funny, right? Because my friend, she just started a new venture. She did skincare, and now she's doing something else in fashion. And once she announced whatever she's doing in fashion, this person started subtweeting her. And literally, it's to the point where it's obvious you're talking about the person. You're talking about my friend. So my friend addressed this person privately in messages and asked very respectfully, "Are you talking about me?" So this person gaslit her, was like, "I'm not talking about you. This is about Connecticut in general, blah, blah, blah." It was all a lie. And to the point where this person was not only on Twitter tweeting about my friend, and this person brought it to Instagram, ranting about my friend, talking about people need to get their panties out of a bunch. How about you just admit that you subtweeted her because you're mad that she's doing a fashion venture because you do fashion as well? That's all it was. It's like, when people find you to be a threat, that's when the hate comes out. They don't care if you're doing something that they don't do, if it's totally opposite of them. But as soon as you start doing something similar to them, and it really, what they both do, my friend and this person, is not even the same. It's the fact that this person sees my friend as a threat. So this person's not happy for her in her venture, and not only that, he tweeted F your event, the event my friend's doing. And it's like, hate will come out of nowhere, and the root of this, I know it is because my friend is loved. Everything she does is supported. People love her spirit. They love everything about her, and she always has motion, and that probably bothers this person. So the fact that she's going into a field similar to them, they're subconsciously thinking, oh, they're going to have success in fashion because people like her, and people may not like this person the way my friend is loved. So that turns to hate. And that's what I'm saying. When people see you as competition, it's even with friends. People think their friends are their friends. They're not. You know somebody's your friend when they don't compete with you. A lot of people's friends compete with them and they don't even realize it. And this is when you find out somebody was a frenemy, because they see you as competition. Everything is always tit for tat. There's things that are underlying, and you just have to watch out for that. And if you're somebody that feels like somebody's competition just because they do what you do, you have an insecurity that you need to work on, because there's enough for everybody. And the seventh sign you might be a hater or you might be being hated on is if you belittle somebody, or you ignore how great they are, or you're ignoring their progression. So on the flip side, if somebody ignores what you do and they're very aware of it, they belittle what you do, or they're acting like you're not good at what you do, or they're acting like you're not progressing. A lot of people do that. And, we all know when someone puts little in front of your business, oh, your little business, your little album, your little fitness journey, your little diet, whatever you do, if somebody's putting little in front of it, that's how they truly feel. Your little podcast, your little play. It doesn't matter what you do, your little job. These are key words you have to pay attention to when somebody speaks about you or speaks to you, because that can reveal the hate in their heart. And for me personally, it doesn't even bother me when somebody belittles me or ignores me or acts like I'm not great, because I know I am. So for the person being hated on, know you're great and stand on that, and don't need validation from other people. You know how much time you're putting into yourself or your craft. You know how much you sacrifice. That's the thing too. People don't know how much you give up, how much you sacrifice to be great at what you do. They can't even fathom it. And for them to hate on that is just childish, and it's dumb. It's like, if you put in work doing something productive, you would be great at something as well. But you're just focused on me and other people that have motion, and you want to talk about us. It's like, how about you get up? And because I don't even like when people say like, oh, get your money up. Not even that, but like, get your self-worth up, get your self-esteem up, get your fitness up. Take care of yourself. When you start investing in yourself, you don't have time to worry about what other people are doing or to gossip about them all the time or to sub-tweet them or sub-post about them. If you have energy for that, it shows your character and it shows you're truly a hater. And I think it's so corny when people act like what you're doing isn't a big deal. You know what I mean? Because I don't care if you lost 5 pounds, that's a big deal. I don't care if you got $1 raise, that's a big deal. I don't care if you finally moved out of your home state and you're on an air mattress, but at least you're out of your hometown and you finally did the jump. That's a big deal. And don't let anybody belittle you. Don't let anybody act like your progress isn't a big deal, because most people out there aren't even progressing in general, and that's why they have time to watch you and critique you and act like what you're doing is not great, because they're not doing anything great. They're not happy with their lives. They're not happy with themselves. So I just had to talk about this real quick because I'm seeing it too much, and I really want people to realize there, like I said earlier, there's enough for everybody. You can start at any time. There's no age limit to being great. You can start a journey now. Your journey to greatness can start now. And while you're watching other people, even if you're doubtful that they can do what they're trying to do, don't hate on them. You can have those thoughts to yourself. And maybe sometimes we do discuss stuff with other people because some people are delusional. But it's like, let them be delusional. Let them try to go after it. You being a hater, that does nothing for you, though. You're not progressing being a hater. You're just yapping and you're on the sideline. Like, get to it. Find some business to handle. Find some business to mind of your own. For real. Because it's just like, it's corny to see this hater energy. It's crazy, especially in Connecticut. It has to stop. Support each other. And if you don't agree with what someone's doing and you don't want to support them, don't fake support them. Don't follow them. And don't talk bad about them. Just live your life. It's that simple. But that's all I have to say in this podcast. I had to break it down because it's crazy out here. But like I said, if you're being hated on, don't worry. They're going to keep watching you and you're going to keep going and you're going to get your goal. Don't let it affect your day or your mind or your thoughts about yourself. But now let's get into my last segment, which is called A Song to Expand Your Attention Span. And that song is Never Hating by Lil Baby featuring Young Thug, the clean version. Thank you for listening to my podcast and enjoy the rest of your week.